Guys, we'll take the good news where we can get it. Look at this. Supreme Court rules in favor of black Alabama voters in unexpected defense of Voting Rights Act. Now, stripping away the Voting Rights Act and all the protections it affords has been kind of like the main strategy for Republicans for a while now. So I believe Kavanaugh and Roberts joined the liberals on this one. Yeah, who moved over? Yep, John Roberts and Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh! It's genuinely crazy, like, now to think, like, Kavanaugh, this lunatic, this rapist, is like a lesser evil compared to some of the people on the court. It's incredible how far we've come. So Alabama is a state where black people are. A lot of them, as it turns out. I would know. I've actually been to Alabama. Oh, yes, sorry. Kavanaugh, pictured here, moments before casting in his ruling for this particular case. Thank you, Kavanaugh. You are a warrior for racial equality. A hero. Will I retweet this? I will. Do you think he was just drunk and hit the wrong button? Listen, he was drunk. He put on the Kenta cloth. He put up the posters. He put on the pins. He was drunk. He hit the button. He's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, okay? He switches over when he's drunk, and drunk Kavanaugh is actually a socialist. So what does this mean? Well, I actually don't know. I hadn't read up on this prior. I'm going to find out with you. So I'm just going to read this article. 5-4 ruling, rejecting a Republican-led effort to weaken a landmark voting rights law. John Roberts and found a likely violation of the Voting Rights Act in an Alabama congressional map with one majority black seat out of 7 districts in a state where more than 1 in 4 residents is black. Nice! Dude! Republicans love disenfranchising black voters through gerrymandering more than anything else, and they have actually rejected a districting map that would have essentially halved the proportional representation of black Alabamans. The decision was keenly anticipated for its potential effect on control of the closely divided U.S. House of Representatives. Because of the ruling, new maps are likely in Alabama and Louisiana that could allow Democrat-leaning black voters to elect their preferred candidates in 2 more congressional districts. That's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good, guys. In an environment where the House and the Senate are kind of on a razor wire line between Dem and Republican control, every little bit that we can fight against gerrymandering is huge. You think they're having a change of heart? No, I don't think they're having a change of heart necessarily. I just think that, well, Kavanaugh has always been an ally of the black community. So he's always been like this. The outcome was unexpected in that the court had allowed the challenged Alabama map to be used for the 2022 elections, and in arguments last October, the justices appeared willing to make it harder to challenge redistricting plans as racially discriminatory under the Voting Rights Act of 1965. This actually is weird because, like, it seems out of character for Kavanaugh to make this choice. Like, unironic, like, jokes aside, it actually is weird that Kavanaugh ruled the way that he did. Previous rulings with regards to the Voting Rights Act make it pretty clear that Kavanaugh should be on the other side of things. Why he moved over on this, I don't know. Maybe this article includes his, like, he's mad it's not more racist. He actually wants them to have, like even less proportional representation. It's even weirder that Roberts did as well. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, Clarence Thomas must be really angry right now. I don't know. Clarence Thomas is fuming that more people of his race get to live in a democracy. Yeah, here's Clarence Thomas leading the dissent, wrote that the decision forces Alabama to intentionally redraw its long-standing congressional districts so black voters can... Wait, how long-standing? When did they last redraw the map? Their maps were approved by the second 2020... What is this map 1 year old? Historic map. Okay. Long-standing congressional districts, right? So black voters can control a number of seats roughly proportional. Black share the state's population. Section 2 demands no such thing, and if it did not, the Constitution would not permit it. So Clarence Thomas is explicitly saying the Constitution does not prohibit racially discriminating through gerrymandering. That's literally what he is saying. He is saying the Constitution doesn't say you can't disenfranchise people based on their race, so, you know, they should be allowed to. It's pretty straightforward. From 2015, the Roberts vote is really unexpected. Yeah. He's a huge piece of shit. He just does the civility politics bit a little bit better than some of the other Reds on the seat. The Biden administration sided with the black voters in Alabama. Yep. That's why. If you ain't voting for him, you're not black. Merrick Garland applauded the ruling. A victory for democracy. That it certainly is. Steve Marshall, the state's Republican Attorney General, said he expects to continue defending the challenge map in federal court, including at a full trial. I mean, he's going to keep fighting it, but a Supreme Court ruling is pretty weighty. Dual Ross, a civil rights lawyer who argued the case at the Supreme Court, said the justices have what a king or queen. I don't really know. I don't know. Dual. I don't know if that's a masculine or feminine name. To have argued before the Supreme Court and gotten Kavanaugh and Roberts to move over? I don't know. I mean, just imagine being a civil rights lawyer and it's like, yeah, I took a gerrymandering case to the Supreme Court, flipped 2 Republicans to the liberal side, even though both of them had previously been hardline advocates against the protections of the Voting Rights Act. Cool. Well done. That's going to be on your resume for the rest of your life. Louisiana's congressional map had been separately identified as probably discriminatory by a lower court. This map, too, remained in effect last year and now will have to be redrawn. See, that's the nice thing about Supreme Court rulings, is that the Supreme Court precedent is used by all the federal court, all the lower courts, every court. So now Louisiana, too, might have to redraw. I mean, this is big. This is big. True, funny rhetorician. Denying discrimination, Alabama argued that the lower court ruling would have forced it to sort voters by race and insisted it was... What pieces of shit. What slimy demon worms. Oh, yeah. We were being race neutral when we just happened to, like, coincidentally district in this highly complicated and, like, looked over districting map black people in such a way to minimize their proportional power. You know, that, like... You're basically asking us to do racism by not doing this. Yeah. I hope they live the worst possible lives. Worse and short. Well, altogether based, right? This is actually a huge win for democracy. Actual audio from a barrister bar tonight. Oh shit, it's the guy who flipped Roberts on Alabama. Yeah. They're gonna be getting free drinks for a long time. Could Dems win the House and Senate in 2024 with this? This isn't related to the Senate. It could get a couple of seats over in the House of Representatives, though. 2, if Louisiana moves over, maybe more. Louisiana's got a pretty big black population, too, so we'll see.